Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're here with Mr. Thomas Edison. Hello, Mr. Edison. My first question is, tell me about your childhood.
Well, I was born February 11th, 1847, in a little town called Milan, Ohio, and when I was young, I moved from Ohio to Port Huron, Minnesota. I attended public school for 12 weeks, but the teachers couldn't stand me, so I was homeschooled by my mom, who was a very successful teacher, and at a young age, I knew from the start that I was very interested in books and in physics. And during the Civil War, or the Great War rather, I traveled around the country, working as a telegrapher, and as a child, I developed some pretty serious hearing problems, and I started working on inventing hearing devices to help me, and I quit telegraphing and became an inventor. Basically, is where I ended up.
How did you become an inventor?
Everything all started when I was very young. At the age of 12, I was working at a train station, printing a newspaper, which I created myself, called the Grand Trunk Herald. And the reason why that was so successful is because I had a plethora of information from the daily bulletins that would be sent to the train station. So I just printed those in my newspaper, and I sold it to the passengers, who just loved the the current events that came into the station day by day. So that was really my first entrepreneurial endeavor, and that led me to start experimenting with chemicals in train cars. Just because I had a lot of access to those chemicals via the train station, and actually a man offered to teach me how to become a telegraph operator. So I did that, learned how to work a telegraph, and it was all basically done by myself, with the exclusion of the telegraph operator.
How successful would you say you are?
Well, by the age of 22, somebody paid $40,000 for one of my inventions, and that was before 1870, so that's a fair amount of money. Later on, I also began inventing some more, and another one of my inventions, which had to do a lot with telegraphs, sold for $100,000 to another private party, and that one was cool because it helped people operating telegraphs send two separate signals, two different directions, all over the same wire, which was very helpful because it minimized the amount of telegraphs you needed and the amount of wire you needed. So very, very ahead of its time.
So, Mr. Edison, why do you think you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Well, I think the answer is pretty simple. All you really have to do is just look up, not at a spiritual level, but just look at the ceiling in the little light sockets. There are these little glass balls that are called light bulbs, and every single home that I can think of is filled with them. And I basically illuminated all of society. Not only that, but I left you kids in 2015 with a very, very large corporation, which I mentioned before, called the General Electric Corporation, which I founded. So I think you really don't have to look any further than that. And I mean, if you want to add more to that, I mean, I died with over 1,000 patents to my name with new inventions. So I think that really speaks for itself. I think that's all I got.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Edison. It was nice talking to you.
It was a pleasure.